Blessings abound, blessings abound, blessings abound. Wow. If you haven't thought about a blessing since the service start, are you listening? Yes. Hopefully you can find a blessing in your life today, right now. Wonderful meditation, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Let's start with that first slide, please. It should be a morning. There we go. A morning is a wonderful blessing, either cloudy or sunny. Isn't that funny? We've had both, haven't we? And the sun's coming out. It's so either cloudy or sunny. It stands for hope, giving us another start of what we call life. I was reading, we just received our Time magazine in the mail, and on the cover is Jane Goodall. Many people familiar with that name, Jane Goodall? If you're not familiar with her, it's titled Jane Goodall, The Tenacity of Hope. She is a woman in 1960 who went to study chimpanzees in the National Forest of the, Tanzania? Tanzania in Africa, in the national park there, 1960. She became one of the leading environmentalists in modern history. She has a quote that she has said just recently at age 87. If young people succumb to the doom and gloom, if they lose hope, that's the end. A morning is a wonderful blessing, either cloudy or sunny. It stands for hope. If young people succumb to the doom and gloom, if they lose hope, that's the end. Some days it does feel hopeless, doesn't it? Maybe it's not days, but some moments in the day can feel hopeless. I always check my news app first thing on Sunday mornings because I don't want to be surprised by something before I start service. And there's some doom and gloom on there. There's some doom and gloom, a shooting, a death down in OTR. I mean, there's always something, isn't there? There's always something. But we cannot lose hope. Because as Jane says, if we lose hope, it's the end for us. We must have hope. Let's go to that next one, please. There is a great paradox of living the blessed life. When we give without thought to whether or not we will receive, then we receive. Think about that. Does that make sense? I mean, at first it's like, what? And then you're like, oh, duh, yeah. When you give without an attachment, what ends up happening? You receive something somewhere, don't you? It might not be from the person you just gave something to. Most of the time, it's not. It comes from sideways, back ways, something you would never expect. And I guess that's what we're here today to talk to you about and sing to you about, is look at how many blessings. Think about how many blessings in the course of a day go unrecognized by you. But if you stop and you think about it, you're going to see there are so many little blessings that happen. You know, I always like to grab some Bible quotes because I just feel that Unity is Christian-based. And the Bible is one of our major handbooks, but we also honor all handbooks of religious traditions. And so I just want to just give you just several quick quotes. Out of Malachi, it says, bring the full tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house, and thereby put me to test, says the Lord of hosts, if it will not open the windows of heaven for you and pour down on you a blessing until there is no more need. Now that has been used as the great getting people to tithe verse out of the Bible. But it's not always about tithing money. It is about bring to the storehouse your gifts of your talent, your treasures, but your time. And when you give of that, you're going to receive so much more, you won't even know what to do with it. That's what that verse is all about. But I feel like it's been misused in religious traditions. Next one, I love this. The Lord will command the blessing on you in your barns. How about that? And that's what we're blessing. One of the things we're blessing today is our newly renovated barn. The Lord will command a blessing on you in your barns and all that you undertake. And he will bless you in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. We're not talking physical land here. And we're not talking just Lord up there. Remember, last week we talked about Lord is you and oneness consciousness. So when you, of course, when you connect to oneness consciousness, the blessings are going to come to you in all shapes and forms. I love it sometimes when we have, what is it? You are divine. You are here by divine appointment to receive a blessing. That's right over our doors there. Every Sunday when you come in, above your head, on the other side, it says, divine, you are here by divine appointment to receive a special blessing. So maybe your first blessing was when you got out of the parking lot and somebody said hello, or you felt the energy of the ground, or when you came in and somebody gave you all these papers that you got today, right? There's blessings all over the place. Yes, I want to do this. I would like to ask, where is my B&F team, my building and facilities team? Would you please stand? Is anybody here from the B&F team? There's Joe, Steve Schill, Bob Vogus. Who are we missing? Don Meyer. Don Meyer, if you're on Facebook, this is for you as well. Now, stay standing, because I want you now, if you have had anything to do with the barn renovation, with clearing, when working on this lobby, and the church sanctuary, the lobby, the blinds, if you had anything to do with helping with the sound and building the audio, the soundboard stage, as we call it, if you have had anything at all to do with that, please stand. Come on. Come on. All right, now stay standing if you have had gave up any of your tithe towards the barn, towards the audio, towards the blinds, towards the gutters on the carriage house. These special projects that we have done all this year, please stand. I don't care if it's $1. Yes, look at these blessings. Look at these blessings. Thank you. I want you to be aware. I counted this morning. There are over 60 people that gave financially to these special projects this year. Over 60 people. We have 40 to 50 people right now attending on a Sunday. We have an average of 20 on Facebook. Do the math. That's amazing. That is amazing. We have $33,000 in projects that needed to get done. This was not just spending money recklessly. These projects needed to get done. And out of that $33,000, we raised $22,000. You're a blessing. Do you see what blessings are around here? Oh, I could just go on this one. Look out. I'll do it at the barn. Let's go to the next slide, please. Every so often, we're blessed by angels disguised as friends who enrich our lives more than we could have ever expected. Anybody agree with that one? That you've been blessed by friends? Yes. Oh, goodness. I want to tell you about, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, I hope I didn't leave it. I did. Oh. Does anybody know the name Anne-Marie Madsen? She's from Denmark. Yes, there's a few of you. And if you've been on lunch with Reverend Kathy, Anne-Marie chimes in on Zoom lunch. She's having dinner while we're having lunch because she's 7 hours difference time zone. There's her picture. She sent me an email because she wanted to be included on the giving. If you read our email blast, today is about going out to the barn. We're going to bless all of this equipment, cameras, audio, video. We are going to bless all of that. Then we're going to go out to the barn. And at the barn, there are 2 tables set up. One's going to be to put how Unity of Garden Park has blessed you. And the other one is going to be a vision board. And that's going to be, how do you see this barn being used? Keeping in mind that there is no plumbing, there won't be plumbing, okay? And there won't be heating and air conditioning because it can't handle the electric load. But still, it can be used for meetings, for concerts, for various things. We can bring we have electric in the building, so I want you to know we have electric. And lighting and fans are going to be in there. So how do you see? So we want you to vision with us. So Anne-Marie saw the part about, how has Unity of Garden Park blessed me? And she wrote an email to me, and she wants it to be put on the board with everybody else, because this is her spiritual family. Are you hearing this? She does not have a community like this in Denmark. And she has searched. But she came here, I'm going to say 8 years ago, because she came to visit a friend. Cried the whole service. The next year, she came back to visit that friend. Cried the whole service. And she has been connecting with us ever since. So, blessings all over the place. Blessings abound. Blessings abound. How's another way we're blessed? Let's see that next one. Oh, yes. Who isn't blessed? Who has pets? Who is not blessed? Who's blessed by their pets? Yes, big time. Yvette's got 2 hands up. I love it. I've seen your Facebook page. She's got a great dog. Now, part of that says, what does it say at the bottom? Join us in blessing them. Bring your pet or a photo to a blessing of the animals. I think we ought to do that, don't you? I think so. Look forward. That's going to have to happen sometime probably early November. So we could do that in the barn if it's bad weather. Hello. Yeah, it won't be a Sunday service. We'll probably do it like on a Friday or a Saturday. But anyway, so we're visioning. That's a vision. Somebody write that down on the vision board in the barn today, please. Okay? Blessings abound. I want to read to you a story by Susan Jeffers. This is a fairly older book, Louise Hay and Friends, and it's called Gratitude, A Way of Life. It's one of those that I can go to anytime and open it up, and there you find exactly what you want to read. And Susan Jeffers is a PhD, and she is a motivational speaker as well. But she says, she said, when I worked with the poor in New York City, I was always amazed with the gratefulness in the hearts of so many who have, wait a minute, I want to make sure I say that right. I'm always amazed at the gratefulness in the hearts of so many who, in a material sense, have so little. What were they grateful for? They were grateful to be alive, to have food on their table, to enjoy the sun on a beautiful day. They were grateful to have their health, their friends, their family. They were even grateful to be a contributing member to their community. And at the same time, I was always amazed by the lack of gratefulness in the hearts of so many who, in a material sense, had so much. If you were to ask me which of the two were happier, without hesitation, I would say the poor with gratefulness in their hearts. What I'm talking about here is very simple, she goes on to say. When we focus on abundance, our life feels abundant. When we focus on lack, our life feels lacking. It's purely a matter of focus. Do you want me to repeat that again? I need to hear it too. When we focus on abundance, our life feels abundant. When we focus on lack, our life feels lacking. It is purely a matter of focus. She says, it is true that we can't be in denial about the pain in our life. That's so important. We've talked about this a lot. Not to deny that there is pain or there is suffering or there is a diagnosis. Don't be in denial about that. Because if you deny it, then you actually are damaging your physical and emotional health. But just as importantly, we can't be in denial about the abundance in our life. Did everybody get a paper with Charlie Brown and Snoopy on it? If you didn't, please raise your hand. There's got one here, one here. Yvette, did you get one with Snoopy on it? So I know I need 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, anybody else? Keep your hand up so they can find you if you did not get a paper with Snoopy on it. Jack, you got your work cut out there for you. So it should look like that. Okay, keep your hand up if you didn't get it. Lynn, we got some up front here as well. Lynn or Jack, either one. We need you down here, Yvette and Marcy. We got everybody? Okay, so while you just take a look at that, don't write anything yet. All right, don't be that kind of student that jumps ahead of the teacher. All right, because I want you to hear the rest of this. All right, she says that she suggests to create a book of abundance for yourself, and each night before you go to bed, jot down 50 wonderful things that happened to you that day. 50 things, Susan? I know that's what you're saying. I can hardly think of 3. Obviously, you have not been noticing the blessings in your life. Purpose of this exercise is to help you do so. Notice, I only gave you 8 lines. The purpose of this exercise is to help you recognize the blessings in your life. She goes on to give you samples. My car started. Whose car started today? Yes. Hello? Okay. I'm able to walk, even if it's with assistance. Who's able to walk with or without assistance? Hey? This goes on. Well, I don't know if this is true or not as I look at you parents, but it says, my kids haven't gotten into any trouble yet today. Yet. Yay! Oh, I had hot water for my shower. Oh, I was grateful for that one, that's for sure. The sun came out a little while ago, yes? So, she goes on and she says, in the beginning, finding 50 things to be grateful for may take a long, long time, but soon you will realize the blessings will start pouring out easily on the paper. That is because it's going to take a long, long time because we spend so much of the day looking at what? What's missing. The The benefits of doing this exercise are obvious. As you start looking for the good, your focus automatically is taken off the bad. Did you ever notice that? And you start to feel blessed. If you can make noticing the abundance of a habit, your life will be transformed. Just listen to this little short story she shares. I remember sitting with my mom in her living room on a cold, dreary winter day, just months before she transitioned. She was in much pain and was feeling very weak. At one point, when I was in pain about her pain, ever been there? Being in pain about somebody else's pain? She looked at me and she said, Susan, it's cold outside. I'm warm and cozy inside. My daughter is here. Sometimes you just get lucky. Wow. She says, I was focusing on her pain, and she was focusing on her blessings. Thanks, Mom, for that beautiful lesson. So I'd like you to just take a moment, a quick moment, and see if you can come up with 8 blessings in your life. Something as simple. We already gave you 3. A hot shower, gas in your car. What else? Shelter. Just see if you can come up with 8. That's not too big of a stretch. Anybody need a pen or pencil? We've got some, if anybody needs, or are they in the pew? You okay? Take a look at your paper. For many of you, it didn't take that long to get to 8. That's pretty cool. Let's go to that last slide there, Sandy. I think you got it? Yeah. Happiness is when we realize how blessed we are for what we have. Now, trust me, I'm talking to myself here because it is so easy to keep focused on what is missing. It is so easy to say what somebody hasn't done for me instead of looking at what all has gotten done. You've heard me talk about Michael and I are still in the building stages of a house. We're in year 3. You all heard, and it's still true today. I still don't have a first floor shower. Okay? Drywall's there, all that's there, and it's so easy for me to go in there and say, ugh, instead of looking at what is there. I have a sink. I have a toilet that flushes. And look at the beautiful kitchen he's already done. I have to go to other rooms. You got to do whatever you got to do to get yourself back in that place of gratitude and find out what you do have instead of what you don't. I would like you to just take a quick moment. I would like you to look around at all. Can we raise the lights up a minute, please? The house lights. Are they? They are? Okay. I guess we got some bulbs out. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, there we go. I want you to just take a look. Okay. This side. Look at that side. This side. Look back at the other side. Okay. Now, everybody stand up if you can. Okay, from here forward, turn around and look at me. Oh, what do you see? Look at all these blessings you're looking at. Yeah, wave to them. Send them more blessings Because they're so cool, aren't they? These people are so cool because they think kind of like I do, which makes, of course, you cool. But it's because you all have the same heart I have. We all have a brain. We all have a heart. We all have blessings all around us. Isn't this cool? It doesn't take long, does it? Okay, you can go ahead and sit down. You just looked at your spiritual family. That's your family. We are family, aren't we? Family comes in all different forms, doesn't it? So count this spiritual family as a big blessing because we are family. Let's close with our personal affirmation for the week. And I believe, Nicole, did you write this one? You did, didn't you? So let's say this together. I choose not to focus on what is missing in my life. I open my eyes to see that life is always generous to me. I am grateful for the abundance of blessings in my life. Oh, let's read that again. Ready? I choose not to focus on what is missing in my life. I open my eyes to see that life is always generous to me. I am grateful for the abundance of blessings in my life. Good one, Nicole. Thank you. So, with that, I say namaste. That the Christ presence in me truly sees and honors that Christ's presence in each and every one of you. Namaste.